Welcome to my first reaction video. So, yeah, we're gonna watch a reaction video.
Barney is a dinosaur that comes.
If you guys don't know who Barney is, that stuff, you guys should. One of the kind of questions, but yeah, I mean, like, there he is evil. I think he's always been evil.
From our imagination. This is what we are told in the intro for every episode of Barney.
Yeah, that's what we're. Will I get copyright for that? Like, no joke. Will I actually get? I might have to redo the video. Shit. Welcome to my first reaction video. Today we're gonna watch Barney's Secret and Fan Theory by Bale. Say that name. I'll link him in the description. Yep, let's see what possibly goes wrong here.
Barney is a dinosaur that comes from.
Yeah, we all know who Barney is.
Our imagination.
I believe he's evil.
This is what we are told in the intro for every episode of Barney.
Oh, I don't think I could play this next part. Give me a second. Let me skip.
Creature that takes them on crazy make-believe adventures and teaches them life lessons along the way, before turning back into a toy and giving us one final wink at the end of every episode.
Yeah, it's like a running gig.
It's a very wholesome part of our collective childhood.
Yeah.
But of course, if I'm talking about it, then you know that I have once again started to overthink a show that was made for little babies. And that's because there's another line in the intro of this show that...
Let me see.
Is just an imaginary friend like we've been told, then why bother hiding him? And it's not like the fact that they have an imaginary dinosaur friend is the secret, because the kids are more than willing to tell their parents about Barney.
Who are you talking to? Oh, just one of our make-believe friends.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't hide.
He's our dinosaur. Well,
and Barney
must be very good.
That's what I would do.
So, what exactly is this secret that they're keeping from their parents? Why do they need to physically hide Barney?
My theory
What do these kids think will happen if their parents see their imaginary friend? Well, this all takes on a whole new meaning when we look at the episode A Day at the Beach with Barney. In this episode, the kids want to go to the beach, but Michael and Amy's dad is busy working, so they can't.
That was Daddy on the phone, and he's got to work this weekend, so we're not going to be able to go to the beach.
So instead, they use their imagination to make Barney show up, and he takes them on a fun imaginary beach adventure for the day.
Close your eyes and pretend real hard, and I'll take you on a make-believe trip to the beach.
But there's something that happens at the end of this episode, after the kids return home, that will forever change the way you view Barney.
Why is there a... What the? I'll be right back. Sorry about the interruption. I had to go put water on my ramen. So yeah, get a little smack of it. Okay. Why is there sand? What? Wait, what?
Where did they
Is this a joke?
get the sand?
Okay, that's creepy. Very creepy.
The kids brought back a bucket full of sand.
Weird.
They actually did go to the beach. This make-believe adventure actually happened, which means Barney is not imaginary. He is real. And the implications of this are kind of disturbing. There is a large dinosaur man who regularly visits these kids and takes them away from their homes without their parents' knowledge or consent. And
okay, give me a sec. So they're hiding him. They're him on adventure. That's like kidnapping, and they're like, so I'm confused. How Just like, what?
And he's convinced them to lie to their parents about him and physically hide him inside of their home, because obviously any parent would be horrified if they came across this massive intruder who routinely kidnaps their children.
Would you all like to go right now?
Yeah, this light.
Your mom will hear us.
I mean, just look at how confused and
if he was imaginary, they would just all be screaming. And like, really?
Disturbed they are by this bucket of sand. Yeah. This is not an implication that I am making up. This is something that the show kind of directly tells us.
Yeah. Like, what?
Barney later has a song about stranger danger that is just so hypocritical and hilarious in retrospect.
Never talk to strangers.
Yeah, Barney,
that's very good advice. Cause you just can't tell if they're good or bad, even though they may seem nice. Don't get in their car.
Get in their car.
Go back and tell a grown-up friend.
Don't talk to strangers, unless it's me, Barney. In that case, it's fine. Don't tell your parents about me.
Yeah.
You can get inside of my Barney mobile. That's totally fine.
That's different.
Literally, the logo for Barney and Friends is a silhouette of Barney leading a bunch of children away from their homes. This is so weird and creepy once you realize.
I just had to go get
secret that they kept from the parents.
Cool out, so. Yeah, this is disturbing.
And we've only scratched the surface of what's really going on with this purple dinosaur. So stick with me, because together we're going to truly uncover Barney's secret. After a quick word from our sponsor.
Oh no, I've been in a car accident.
I'll skip the sponsor.
Physical effect on the world, but he's also just an ordinary looking toy that only comes to life if the children imagine him. So how is Barney both real and imaginary? Well, the intro of the show never actually says that Barney is an imaginary dinosaur. It specifically uses the words, a dinosaur from our imagination.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that.
Use your imagination.
Use our imaginations.
Which makes sense, because as we know, Barney needs imagination to exist. But something really interesting starts to happen as the series progresses and more kids start to believe in Barney.
What? Who are you? This is our friend Barney.
And isn't it kind of concerning that the other kid can see Barney even though she's not even an imaginary Barney? Like, that's weird.
And he loves kids.
Hi, Derek. I'm glad to meet you.
We're all members of Barney's Backyard Gang, and we'd like you to be a member too.
By episode 4 and 5 of the original series, after Barney has already been introduced to a few new kids, he suddenly gains the ability to magically bring children from their homes to him completely on his own without any warning.
That he couldn't do before.
Get the rest of the Backyard Gang here before I explain. I'll bring them all over.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hi, everybody.
And this
So pretty much the more people imagine him, the more power he gets, pretty much.
This is something that the kids even acknowledge is weird and different.
We usually call you when we need you. This time, you called us.
It's almost like Barney became more powerful because of the increase in children who believed in him. In episode 5, we also see Tina, a new neighborhood friend, now has her own Barney doll that she can use to summon Barney whenever she wants.
I'm gonna guys to create these. I think you can create these.
Thank you, Mommy. I can't go to sleep without Barney.
You're right. Barney is special.
And we know it's a new one because it has a slightly different design, and the intro still says that the original Barney doll still lives with Michael and Amy.
Barney lives with Michael and with Amy.
It's clear that Barney's influence and power is growing, and it continues to grow every time they introduce Barney to more and more susceptible children. And this all culminates into the point of no return for this franchise. Barney's first ever live musical concert.
Isn't this not canon, though?
Bring back to their homes to continue spreading this infection. And it should be no surprise that this concert is also the very first time that the dinosaur himself multiplies.
Let's plan a big surprise for the backyard gang. I'll use my magic and zap!
And this growth only continues exponentially as the years go on and we get more and more Barney shows and movies. Like a virus, Barney continues to multiply into more dinosaur characters. He is now able to fully reveal himself to any parent without any repercussions.
That's really strange.
The line about keeping him a secret is even removed from the intro. And instead of requiring a large group of children focusing intently for a long time to summon him, now Barney can almost instantly appear.
Barney, what do you think our last book should be? Barney!
And Barney's also reached the point where even if someone doesn't like or believe in him, they can't get rid of him.
Okay, Barney, you're really here because of my imagination and you're about to disappear.
Cody!
I do not believe in you.
It's okay, Cody. I believe in you.
And all of this leads us to the Barney franchise's most recent and controversial development, the 2024 animated show, Barney's World.
Meet Barney, the singing and dancing purple dinosaur.
Yay!
In an all-new animated series.
With a little magical help, the possibility.
Now we can change the universe.
He's all right,
Get ready to explore an incredible new world.
This is a reboot of the Barney TV show, and a lot of people weren't really fans of the animated redesign they did for Barney.
Hey, friends!
It more or less follows the same formula, except with one very notable difference. In this version of the show, for the first time ever, Barney is never shown in his toy form. He is now always just a large magical talking dinosaur, and unlike all the previous episodes, now he never disappears at the end.
I love you.
In this series, Barney can even fly and transform the world in ways he never could before. So maybe this latest entry into the Barney franchise is showing us Barney at his absolute most powerful, where he is no longer bound by a toy or the limitations of children's imaginations. And the smoking gun to prove this is once again in the show's intro, in the very specific way they introduce Barney.
In Barney's world, with your favorite purple dinosaur.
In Barney's world, with your favorite purple dinosaur. For the first time ever, the intro no longer describes Barney as a dinosaur that comes from our imagination.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
He simply just exists on his own, because at this point, Barney has become such a global sensation that he has gained total dominion over our world and has completely reshaped it into his image. Maybe this isn't just an animated reboot of the Barney franchise. What if Barney literally transformed the world into this imaginary cartoon redesign, and what we are seeing here truly is Barney's world?
Yes.
And that is where the Purple Dinosaur story ends. At least for now, until we get that A24 Barney movie that's in the works, apparently. Yes, that's a real thing that's happening. But we're still left with one final unanswered question. Where did Barney originally come from? I mean, maybe this is just a world where anything that children imagine can come to life. Maybe there's nothing particularly special about Barney the Purple Dinosaur, and there could have just as easily been a blue giraffe that took over the world. But remember, back in the very first episode of Barney and the Backyard Gang, before we ever saw Barney imagined into real life, there already was an existing toy dinosaur in Michael and Amy's home, and we never actually found out where it originally came from.
Oh, Michael, look what I found!
Barney the dinosaur! How'd he get in there?
They find
And this is not like some vintage toy from back then. No, this is... If they know what this is concerning.
Inside of an old box in their garage, and it seems like they're already familiar with him, but they don't know how he got in there.
How'd he get in there?
Well, I believe the answer to this question can be found hidden in the 1998 theatrical movie Barney's Great Adventure. But just a warning, this movie has some kind of unsettling implications for this franchise.
Join Barney, Baby Bop, and BJ in the magical musical adventure every young child has been waiting for.
Let's go!
Barney's Great Adventure, the movie.
Lots of fun.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards.
Whatever,
Sign
I'm just
up
gonna
for-
In this movie, Barney and a couple of new kids discover a shooting star has landed in their grandparents' barn.
It looks like some sort of egg.
The star turns out to be a mysterious egg that they learn is actually an alien species called Dream Makers.
There's a dream maker inside. Every 1,000 years or so, an egg falls from the skies. A visitor from days gone by who has a gift to share for boys and girls around the world, for children everywhere.
Barney and the kids go on an epic adventure to try and return the egg back to where it first landed, and in the end, they are successful, and it hatches into this weird little alien koala thing who can show kids their dreams.
Hey, what are you doing? Look, it's me.
So that's the Dream Maker's gift, to let you see your own dreams.
It's just sort of a generic throwaway Barney adventure. These kids and the Dream Maker never really get mentioned again. But despite that, I believe that it is heavily implied in this movie that Barney the dinosaur is actually the same species as the Dream Maker. Yes, I am going to be claiming that Barney is an alien. This isn't something that's ever stated in the movie, and I can't even find anyone online who's ever come to this conclusion, but I'm pretty damn sure that this is actually an intentional secret left by the filmmakers. I don't know what else this evidence could mean. So, first off, obviously the Dream Maker looks a lot like Barney in his plush toy form.
But compare them both. They're very similar. So I think he's right. On this part, I think he's right. It makes most sense. And it has the most common sense. It just makes more sense.
But there's also the fact that the Dream Maker's gift is to show people their dreams.
Maybe. Is this your dream?
Yes, and I'm seeing it.
We are.
AKA, it allows children to bring what they imagine to life and have it be seen by others, which is exactly what Barney has always done.
My school friends and I have so much fun here. I wish they were here right now.
Use your imagination.
And this would also explain why Barney has always needed children to exist in his big talking Barney form.
The Dream Maker who has a gift to share for boys and girls around the world, for children everywhere.
The Dream Maker is also described as a visitor from days gone by.
A visitor from days gone by.
And of course, Barney takes on the appearance of a dinosaur, which is a creature that lived on Earth millions of years ago, aka a creature from days gone by. And when speculating about what the egg could be, Barney even says,
maybe it's a dinosaur like me.
But I think the most telling moment in this movie is Barney's initial reaction to the shooting star.
You could start by wishing on a star.
As if. Stars are only glowing balls of gas a trillion miles from here.
Oh, but I think there's a very special wishing star in the sky tonight. Right about there.
Barney clearly knew about the star before it started falling. And then, when he's later asked whether he's ever seen an egg like this before, listen closely to how he responds.
Barney, have you ever seen an egg like this?
He's the exact.
Well, to tell you the truth,
Hey, maybe your grandma will know. Let's go ask her.
Oh, okay.
Barney was clearly about to tell them something before he was cut off. He was about to nervously tell them the truth, but then we never get to hear it.
Well, to tell you the truth,
Hey, maybe your grandma will know.
Doesn't it sound like he was about to reveal some crazy lore? And this moment never gets paid off later in the movie. I think that Barney was about to tell them that he has seen an egg like this before because he too came from an egg that fell from the sky because Barney is actually an alien dream maker. And if you still don't believe me, then take a look at the final shot of this movie.
Yes!
Barney? This is a...
The Dream Maker and the Barney toy are sitting side by side, very much emphasizing how extremely similar they are. And then, they both have their own versions of the iconic Barney wink.
Yes!
Barney is an alien. This feels genuinely intentional. And this little wink ending has a very unsettling implication for the entire Barney franchise. Literally every episode of the show ends with the Barney toy doing a final wink or twinkle.
This has got to be a symbol that his
And now we realize the true meaning of this is that the Barney toy was never actually a toy. He has always been a living, breathing alien who just pretended to be an inanimate object to trick people into letting him into their homes where he can slowly feed off of children's imaginations like a parasite. Why were they surprised to find the Barney toy in a specific box in the first episode?
Oh, Michael, look what I found! Barney the dinosaur!
And what?
How did he get in there?
Because Barney has never been a toy. He has always been able to move on his own. He went into that box because he knew they would find him there. Every time he is just sitting there in the background of a scene, he is actually secretly watching them. This is Barney's true secret, and it is something that he has been telling us over and over again at the end of every single episode. Okay, well, that's there you go, bye.
Never talk to